You see a man on a boat, on a full speedboat. The boat crashes on the rocks. The man flies in the air. His legs, back, and everything should be broke. He still gets up, ready to fight. This movie lost his fucking mind. And here's the review. Believe it or not, y'all, I was about to go to the movies to watch this. Because originally it did have a theatrical release, if I'm not mistaken. But then, I guess the powers that be watched the screening of it and said, nah, this belongs on Amazon. And this is one of the few times I guess I'll agree with the suits that, yeah, this is Amazon worthy. I mean, I would have still paid to go see it, but it definitely wouldn't have made no money. I think it would have had more eyeballs on it watching on Prime Video. So yeah, Roadhouse. Directed by Doug Liman, who's famous for Swingers and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He did a couple of other action joints. Those main ones I remember, those Swingers and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And there's one that just escapes me right now because for some reason when the camera starts rolling, your memory just says, fuck it. Jake Gyllenhaal plays the character of Dalton here, okay? So this is definitely a remake of the original. And for the first, I say 2 acts of the movie, it plays just like a remake because it copies all the same beats and all the same little plots and subplots of the original. But then after that second act, it goes into a whole different direction where I'm like, okay, yeah, this movie is kind of losing its mind a little bit, but I'm all here for it. So just under 2 hours, I think it hits just that at the 2 hour mark. I think that's a kind of a sweet spot here. Maybe could have been a little bit shorter because with an action movie like this, you don't want it to be too long because the whole point is to just enjoy the action, enjoy the cheesiness of it, have a good time with it, and then it's over with. It's like fast food. It just goes right through you. It tastes good, but then, you know, okay, you're done with it, on to the next one. So, yeah, it is a little long here. So, Dalton, of course, Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a former UFC fighter who, he has PTSD because there are moments where he has flashbacks, but they really don't get down to what happened. I mean, all you know is that he snapped on his fighter. Like, I guess, I don't know. I don't think they said if he killed him or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, he has like the snap. And then I guess the guy was somebody that was close to him. But they never really did anything with that subplot. That didn't go anywhere. And that's one of the problems with this movie is that there are a lot of things that are set up that just don't go anywhere. They just never address it again. And even with Conor McGregor coming into the picture, I'm getting too ahead here. So Dalton is a former UFC fighter who he fights for money, but then he doesn't fight for money because he knows that people know who he is. So before he can even lace his boots up, his opponent's already scared to say, you know what, fuck it, I ain't fighting this guy. Easy money. Never had to throw a punch. And this catches the eye of a bar owner who's having trouble at a bar. These thugs are coming in, fucking a place up kind of like in the original. And she needs help, so she recruits Dalton, who, this guy, I swear, has more lives than Mick Foley. This brother done been stabbed, ran over by a truck, threw off of a fucking bridge. You know what I'm saying? This dude has had everything happen to him, man, and he still comes out unscathed and just is as cool as the other side of the pillow. So she recruits him, and he comes in and cleans the bar up, like everything like the first movie, and he recruits a couple of bouncers to help him out. But it's funny that he recruits like one guy and then that's it. And then you never see them interact again. And then next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of other people working there with him. I said, okay, well, we only see him recruit this guy. There should have probably been a montage with him recruiting like everybody, like the X-Men, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, listen, this is an action movie. It's easy to pick this movie apart, okay? But I'm not going to do that because there are things wrong with this film. But overall, this was a good time. Prime worthy, not to be taken real serious, but I will give it this, though. I think the biggest compliment I can give this movie is that the fights are very well choreographed, all right? So it's unfair to compare it to the 1989 one because it's 1989, so the choreography back then was a little cheesy, a little, you know, fake. And this time around, like the hits sound real, okay? Like when somebody gets punched in the face, it sounds like somebody really getting punched in the face. And Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor have 2 fights in this movie, and both of them are fucking legendary. So, okay, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room here. Conor McGregor, how did he do? He's Conor McGregor, okay? He's Conor McGregor, but with the volume turned all the way up. So to the average, I guess, film critic, they would say that, oh my God, his performance was atrocious. It was terrible. He should never act again. Fuck that. As bad as his acting was, I want to see Conor McGregor again because he has a screen presence. He's charismatic. I like watching him, and he's kick-ass, and I want to see him again. Sorry, y'all, I'm not crying. Just my allergies are fucking with me. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal as Dalton definitely plays it different than Patrick Swayze. He's more realistic as a badass because I know people like the way he portrayed Dalton. I know people like that. They're very just calm and subdued and almost nerdy in a way, but they can kill you, okay? They have such a calm demeanor where nothing bothers them, nothing threatens them, but if a threat does come their way, they're super cool about it. Like, listen, man, we don't have to do this, okay? Because I will break your nose, I will twist your fucking arm, I will snap your fingers off, and we don't have to do it. Let's just get a beer or something, you know? I know people like that. You know, the toughest motherfuckers don't walk around like Conor McGregor does, okay? Even though Conor McGregor's a tough motherfucker, but most people that you see out in the streets, they're badass, but you would never know they're badass until you take them there. And then after that, that's the biggest mistake of your life. That's why I underestimate nobody. I don't give a damn if you're a lot smaller than me. You may know some shit that can just shut down my whole body, and I don't need that embarrassment, you know, especially in front of your kids. That's one of my worst fears, like Kevin Hart, to get knocked down in front of your kids, because then you no longer be, you know, respected. So anyways, y'all, yeah, good fights. Looney Tunes type action. Okay, there's things that happen in this movie that defies the laws of physics where there's no way that these motherfuckers should survive it. I know what you're saying. Well, Rashad, you gave John Wick a pass. Listen, John Wick took 3-4 movies to establish this crazy world that they live in. So by the fourth John Wick movie, I accepted, okay, this is the universe that we're in. You can fall down 30 flights of stairs and still get up unscathed and shake that shit off and then get back to it. All right. They haven't established that here. Okay. Actually, this seemed at first more realistic than the 89 version. But the moment I seen a truck run Jake Gyllenhaal over and then fall off into a bridge, spoiler, I said, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing here. You see a man on a boat, on a full speedboat. The boat crashes on the rocks. The man flies in the air. His legs, back, and everything should be broke. He still gets up, ready to fight. This movie lost his fucking mind. And the crocodile's in here. Yes, a crocodile eats a motherfucker. So, this is one that I will definitely be revisiting again because I love shit like this. I mean, I can see some people say this is so dumb. Don't watch it, yada, yada, yada. Look, this kind of movie's right up my alley. I like cheesy-ass action movies. This is a cheesy-ass action movie. Yeah, of course, I can't put it over the original because the original just did so many things better. Even plot-wise, as cheesy as that movie is, plot-wise, there were things in that movie that made more sense than this one. And I think even the characters had more, there was more gelling with the characters than in this one as well. You know what I'm saying? You believe the relationship of the characters in the first movie. And also, come on, man, the motherfucking throat get ripped out. When you think about Roadhouse, one of the first things you think about is Patrick Swayze ripping my man's throat out. Ah! And, you know, the classic line, I thought you'd be bigger. And the double deuce, which does have a cameo here. I said, look at these little Easter eggs from Roadhouse. Okay, the double deuce, I remember that shit. Okay, so yeah, wrapping it up, y'all, I give Roadhouse, I give this a B-. Just because the action was so good. But as a movie, period, it's a cheesy, it's a B action movie. What the fuck you expect? Yeah. So B- is what I got. Shout out to Conor McGregor, man. Dope ass fight between him and Jake Gyllenhaal. Both fights, okay. And that's it and that's all. So what y'all think about Roadhouse? Comment below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.